Welcome back, everyone. What if I were to tell you that Jodorowsky's Dune is finding new life as a limited animated series? This is a maybe at best. A group named Spice DAO, I kid you not, that's their name, and the DAO is short for Decentralized Autonomous Organization, in June of 2021 may have purchased the Dune book concept art and storyboards at a Christie's auction for 2.6 euros, roughly around 2.9 million in US dollars. On January 15th, 2022, Spice DAO announced they did indeed purchase the book and intended to realize the dream of Alejandro Jodorowsky of turning his vision of Dune into a film of some sort. The animated limited series probably being the most feasible of any options. Just a quick recap on the story of Jodorowsky's involvement in Dune. He was given the rights to produce the film by a French consortium led by Jean-Paul Gibbon. Jodorowsky had previously worked on a couple films named El Topo and I know I'm going to butcher this, Fondo y Lis. Both were a bit surreal to say the least. El Topo could be best described as being an acid western. One thing that could be said about Jodorowsky is this guy puts himself completely into his art form. The man does not half-ass anything. Anyway, back to Dune. Jodorowsky had employed the artistic talents of Jean Giraud, or Mobius, H.R. Giger, and a French artist, Chris Foss, for the character and production design. Also, the legendary Dan O'Bannon would be in charge of special effects. Jodorowsky had ambitions of casting kind of a bizarre array of people. People such as Brontis Jodorowsky, Alejandro's son, as Paul Atreides, Orson Welles as the Baron Harkonnen, David Carradine as Duke Leto Atreides, Udo Kiers as Peter de Vries, Mick Jagger as Fade Rautha, and Salvador Dali as the Padishah Emperor Shaddam Carino IV. Just a quick aside, Salvador Dali wanted to be the highest paid actor in Hollywood history. He asked for $100,000 per hour. Amazingly, Jodorowsky accepted, but reduced the amount of lines Dali would have. This would have reduced Dali's time to exactly 1 hour of filming, and the rest would be done by animatronic lookalike, and I'm guessing Dali would probably ADR the lines or something, I'm not sure. Damn, this would have been amazing. Of course, this would all be for naught, since Jodorowsky would not budge on the runtime, and the studios were hesitant to release a movie that could be 10 plus hours. But all wasn't lost. The work put into Dune by Jodorowsky and Mobius ended up being the basis for the crazy graphic novel named The Incal. By the way, there's an upcoming film directed by Taika Waititi. See my video for more information. The story of Jodorowsky's Dune did get national attention thanks to a 2013 documentary of the same name. During the film, Alejandro Jodorowsky floated the idea of an animated film based on his treatment of Frank Herbert's classic. Well, the men and women behind Spice DAO seem to have that very goal of bringing to life all the weird and mesmerizing concepts to an animated format, at the same time completing the dream of Jodorowsky of seeing his Dune in some sort of visual medium. Of course, there is only one small problem. Spice DAO did not realize that buying Jodorowsky's book and material does not give them the rights. A great example is if I bought a rare copy of Action Comics #1, that does not give me the rights to Superman. Unfortunately, Warner Brothers still owns the rights to Superman. I really wish they would do something with them. As is the case of Legendary Entertainment, owning the rights to Dune. Legendary had bought the movie and TV rights back in 2016. The studio greenlit Dune as a multi-part feature film, directed by the very talented Denis Villeneuve, that was released in October 2021. There is also a possible HBO Max series based on the Bene Gesserit sisterhood. This is probably in the works. Given the couple articles I've read, it seems unlikely that Spice DAO has reached any sort of agreement with Legendary Entertainment in order to make an official Dune limited animated series. But this may not be an issue for Spice DAO, because according to an IndieWire article, Spice DAO has acknowledged that it does not own any of the Dune characters, saying, "While we don't own the IP to Frank Herbert's masterpiece, we are uniquely positioned with the opportunity to create our own addition to the genre as a homage to the giants who came before us." Instead, they appear to be planning to develop an original property based on Jodorowsky's unique aesthetic for this Dune movie. Now, this concept is interesting because it's kind of similar to what ended up happening with The In-Call, with Jodorowsky and Mobius utilizing the aesthetics into this graphic novel. I'm kind of curious how much they'll be able to reference Dune without getting in trouble. Maybe like having the main character be named Peter Atreides. Like D's nuts. Anyway, I'm a kid at heart. If Spice DAO does what they intend to do, and that is create a limited series based on the work of Jodorowsky's Dune. I mean, it worked for The In-Call, which was birthed from Jodorowsky's efforts to bring Dune to the big screen. Perhaps this could be something similar. And we as fans could regard it as like a Legends. Kind of like with Star Wars. Anyway, those are my thoughts on the matter. I would love to hear yours. Feel free to comment. If you haven't done so, give a like and sub. Fare thee well, my friends, and take care. Cue the music.